Okay, let's talk about some moves that we have on our desk today. Josh Brown bought more Otis worldwide. Why so?
Yeah, Otis reported yesterday, and it was slightly disappointing, but I really like this stock as at least an intermediate-term hold. And I think the thing that was weak was the thing I care the least about. Selling new elevators, it's part of the business, but it's not the better part of the business. The better part of the business is the service and maintenance contracts. This is recession-proof. Cannot put skyscrapers anywhere in the world, install elevators, and then not have them serviced. Literally, it's illegal. Otis has a ton of room to gain market share in that area. So if you're selling this thing off because of slow construction in China, I think you're missing the best part of this story. Added to my position, lowered my average cost into the mid-90s, and I intend to hold it from here.
Okay, getting a bump. Jimmy, you trim Cheniere. Tell us why.
I've been trimming some of the winners in my portfolio recently. Now, to be fair, this has had a wobbly few weeks here. It's down about 10% off of its high. But it's had a great 5-year run. I've been in it for a long time. And my point here is not to time the markets, but I'm building a little bit of cash simply by trimming my winners and waiting for the moment to put that back to work in individual stocks. I just don't see anything today that absolutely demands me to put that money to work. So I've got now about 6% cash, and we'll see what the market gives me over the next few days and weeks.
Okay, Kevin, you wrote a call on Raytheon.
Yeah, we did this in advance of earnings on Monday, Scott. We did something similar with Netflix last week. It worked out for us. Sometimes you get heightened volatility going into an earnings report. We brought in over $5 a share for basically an at-the-money call. The stock was down about 5% on the open on Tuesday. We bought it back for 55 cents. So we netted a $4.78 profit in a few short hours. When the stock was all said and done, it was only down 1%, 52-week high today. So wish we had done it on IBM as well, but nice trade for an RTX for us.
Let's talk about some other stocks that are moving. Dow cut its quarterly dividend. Since you make your living thinking about and investing in companies that pay a dividend, what do you think about that? It's the second worst stock in the S&P 500 today. You don't own it, but you've got to have an opinion on it.
Yeah, just a little trade school, Scott. We haven't owned this in a number of years, but anytime a stock cuts or suspends its dividend, we remove it from our portfolio immediately. Usually you get enough headwind to get out of it before then. I think there were enough red flags that the dividend cut should come as no surprise. The last time we were caught where we actually had to sell a name was literally Disney during the pandemic. So I wouldn't be rushing into Dow. It's very negative, and sadly, if you own it, it's probably a sell at this point.
Chipotle, let's look at that one too, because they missed their comps. It was reiterated overweight at Morgan Stanley, but the stock's getting smoked. The Shake Shack and the McDonald's owners, do you look at this and have any concern whatsoever for what it means for broader trends in that industry?
So I don't follow this closely enough to have a strong opinion fundamentally. I do think the honey Chipotle chicken is better than the original chicken, and now that it's a regular part of the menu, I have some confidence here. Let's put this chart up, though. Let's give me like a 5-year chart. This is a mess. Like I don't buy stocks like this. It's just not my style. This stock has been making a series of lower highs dating back to, I don't know, middle of 2024. So like for a year now, it rallies, it gets to a lower high than the last high, and then it rolls right over again. And if the fundamentals are confirming the weak technicals, there are so many fish in the sea. There's 5,000 publicly traded companies. So this will set up. This will be a great buy at some point. I'm probably not going to be the one that spots that moment because I ain't looking at the 52-week low list in a market like this. I just can't spend my time on it.